We have been looking at lexical relations at both the sense level and the entry level. In this video, we will look a little more at configuration, and we will also look at how to display the glosses of a reference. In this entry, we see that there's a cross-reference to another entry. Again, when there's a reference, it's a live link. The first part of the reference is the label of the relationship, and the second part is the target. If I click on the target, then that takes me over to that other entry. Now I'm in a different entry. Now in this entry, we have configured the cross-reference to be surrounded by parentheses. Now let's go look at another entry. In this entry, we have both a synonym and an antonym. Now it is not surrounded by parentheses. Let's right-click to configure. I'll right-click on the relation name now, the label. So I will configure, and the node selected is the one that says relation abbreviation. Notice that under lexical relations, there's a node for either relation abbreviation or relation name. In this case, I'm just using the abbreviation, and there's also a node for the target, and the target is the word that the reference is pointing at. If you're not sure what target is, if you select that node, you can click the little highlighter, and notice that it's showing both targets. Even though there's more than one lexical relation, there's synonym and antonym, both targets are showing because this whole cluster applies to all of the pieces in it. And recall that if I click on the top node, lexical relations, we have the options list here that controls what order the different relation types appear in. Now, if I want all of this to be in parentheses, I want to choose the topmost node of the whole lexical relation cluster, and then I can use the before and after boxes to add parentheses. And here in the after, there's a period but no space, so I will click and I will put the parenthesis after the period, and in my preview I can see that that looks right. So notice that the parenthesis goes around both lexical relations. Now, as we look at this, we see that there is actually a space between this open paren and the synonym. Now the space is not coming from this, but when there are multiple levels in the hierarchy, it might come at some other level. So let's click down a level to the relation abbreviation, and notice that the highlight includes the space, and in the before box we see a space. So that space was there for a scenario where there was no parenthesis. The defaults are sort of a best guess, but it's assumed that you'll tweak it and adjust it for what works for you. So this mid dot represents the space. They chose to use a character that was visible so that you could see that it's there. So what I want to do is delete that. And now if I look up here, I can see that that space went away. So again, that's a good skill to know, is that when you notice issues up here, you can explore in the before-after boxes of different levels of the hierarchy. So let me click OK. And so now that's applied there.